again, same guest, same clothes, okay? We try to save time, that's why. Well, you know her, Paula Miller, amazing experience and expertise and, story to share. I said in the previous interview, the topic is gonna be about business. Businesses are exposed to a lot of stuff. So well, we were you see, this is very casual. I don't like formality too much. So okay, so explaining and speaking about Legal Shield in the previous video, we asked her why, and you have been, like you said, 15 years in the company, discovering that pretty much everybody needs this coverage.
Yes.
Personal usage, all right, now we are going to cover business. Why? Because like I said before, business owners are very exposed in different situations. With employees, if you have a truck driver, if you have a factory, if you have, well, you are the expert.
Basically, it's important. It's important that we all have attorneys for whatever that may be, right?
Yeah, okay. But well, I had no idea about the business. And by the way, let me clarify something. When I joined the company, we started with a very basic personal membership.
Right.
But obviously it covers your spouse.
Yes.
Even though it's personal, you are, okay. So later, we added some extra protection for my husband's job and for my job. So we have a little on top of our personal use, right?
Right.
But this is, speaking about business, is a completely different field for me. I had no idea.
Right.
So you offer the business protection for the business owner.
Correct.
That it has like 2 or 3 memberships?
So we just have same thing. We have different levels depending on the coverage that you want for the small business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it can be a company, it can be a larger company, it can be a
For
small
instance,
business.
you told me about dealerships.
Yes. Yes.
I had no idea that you have very different dealerships even here in Long Beach.
So we offer it not only to the company for the coverage to protect them, right? They might have questions again on contracts, maybe employees, maybe they're being sued, right? As we know, like I said, it's a very litigious society, everybody's suing everybody. Do we have protection for that, right? And so something else that we offer is we're able to offer it to the employees of the companies. So we're able to offer it to the small business company, and then we can offer it to their employees as well. And we're able to give it to them at a discounted rate as we're offering as a group.
Oh, okay. So like Chris was saying about the dealership here in Long Beach.
Right.
So you go to the company and you offer the coverage for the employees separate from their own, and you offer better prices.
Correct.
Oh,
correct. They get a group rate. We're able to offer it at a better price.
Okay, and the employees will choose from the 3 basic coverage for personal use.
Correct.
Okay, well, interesting. And speaking about the business owner, what does it cover?
Oh my God, so much. You name it. I mean, you name it. Business owners, I walk in there a lot of times, they just don't know, right? When was the last time they updated their employee handbooks, right? A lot of them are like, oh, it's been a long time since I've done that. Maybe they have a contract, maybe they have a lease of where they have their establishment and they don't understand or they don't have anybody to reach out to. A lot of people nowadays are just saying, oh, I'll Google it or I'll ask ChatGPT. But in reality, I tell people, no, pick up the phone and speak to an attorney who specializes in that area of law, right? Not every attorney does every area, just like doctors don't do every area of medicine, right? Same thing here. Attorneys specialize in each specialized area. So maybe they get they get audited by the IRS and they need to speak to a tax attorney. Right? So just so many different scenarios that you can have this coverage for to protect your business.
I had no idea about the tax IRS audit that the company covers.
Right.
For me it was surprising because, oh wow, business owners are even more exposed than people.
And I'll share a quick story, a personal one that happened to me.
Please.
So I actually got audited a couple of years ago because they can go back a couple of years. And they said that I owed like $9,000 and I thought, wow, that doesn't sound right. So I picked up the phone, spoke to an attorney, I kid you not, hours. And he said, look, Paula, when you go to your audit, you're going to say this, this, and that. So that's exactly what I did. And I went to my audit, and guess what? I didn't know that money. So I tell people, a lot of times, even big institutions make mistakes, but who cares, right? And so after I went to my audit, it turns out, so talk about peace of mind and saving myself thousands of dollars just with being able to talk to an attorney.
And let me tell you, I was audited years ago.
Oh, you too?
It's not fun.
No, it's not.
It's not fun, especially because they give you a deadline. I had to request an extension because I do keep everything in my records, but still I had to be prepared, you know.
Right.
Had I had this,
Yeah.
because believe me, is a concern. It's a
Yeah.
concern. You have to review everything. In my situation was like $200 because we could prove there was no mistake, and the auditor was no, it's fine, you know, you are covered. But like a few amount of money because in my situation was the gifts
Right.
that I give gifts to my clients,
Sure.
and they told me no,
Yeah.
you have a limit for the gift. So, but well, amazed when I heard about all the company covers Legal Shield, like I said, nationwide, even Canada, and this is real protection. This is peace of mind for people.
You took the words out of my mouth. Peace of mind, I think, is the best
Yeah.
way to describe it.
Yeah.
I think that everybody needs something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely everybody.
Okay, well, any questions, call me, Paula Miller. I can give you her information, Legal Shield. Always here, Virginia, offering you as much as possible information to help you. 323-717-5167. See you next time. Bye.